Hi, sorry, we've been trying to get everybody invited. Hopefully you just got the link in your email that you can click on. And this is for Group 2 in Macroeconomics. I'm just waiting for the rest of the people to arrive. Okay, I've got David. Apparently our computers can't be next to each other.
Did you print this off?
In the lesson manual?
Just the one for tonight?
Yes, these are the ones for tonight.
That's the manual.
I'm hoping some other people will join us soon.
Guess we could just start going over all the questions.
Okay. So the first question on the group quiz is, well, should we start over what we're supposed to review?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is economics is the first question.
Is it multiple choice?
No, we just have to write in their answers. Okay, I'm going to try to get other people on here. So okay, I don't know why anybody else has not been able to join us.
Maybe they never got the emails yet.
Or
Or
they-
don't know to look for the emails.
I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to check my email and see if anybody has answered. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody on my end screen. I'm going to check on a different browser and see if I can open my other email. Okay, I did get an email back from Chris Lee, can't be there.
How many's in our group? 5?
There's 5.
That's
So-
three out of 5, so there's 2.
Okay, so Nicole Peterson and Charlie Weber. So I'll try sending that email link one more time to everybody. I just sent that link from my other email, so hopefully you get it.
Hi.
Hi, did somebody else sign in?
Yeah,
Yay.
Nicole Peterson.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get back to it. Oh, hi, Nicole.
Hi. How are you?
Okay, so we've been having a little bit of technical difficulty. I did get an email from Chris saying that he can't meet with us, so it took me a minute to figure out how to send you guys the link. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, and where are you at?
I'm in Rialto, California.
Oh, okay. So have you had a chance to do the homework, some of the homework this week already?
I've looked at the reading outline and then I looked over the group quiz.
Okay, great. Did you do macro last semester?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you have the group quiz?
What's that?
Do you have the group quiz then?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, should we just start going through the group quiz first and get that done, and then hopefully somebody else will join us?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Okay, so the first question is, suppose that a consumer purchases just 2 goods, X and Y. The slope of the budget line would indicate and the choices are. David, did you get a copy of this?
Nope.
Okay. So I usually print it off for both of us, but we have to be in different rooms because our computers give us grief.
They
So,
scream at each other.
Oh, I bet.
okay, so the first choice is opportunity cost of good Y in terms of good X given up for each unit of Y. 2 is the opportunity cost of good X in terms of good Y given up for each unit of Y. Maximum quantity of good Y that a consumer would buy given the budget, and maximum quantity of good X that the consumer would buy with a given budget. So did you go over these and answer any of them, Nicole?
I did answer some of them. That one I didn't quite understand.
Okay, this one to me actually was pretty easy because they talked about opportunity costs, so that eliminated 2 of the questions. And
Yeah.
so that was good there. And then you had to have something that had both X, it had to have X and Y in it, so that only is the first 2 choices. So the only one that made sense to me was that first one, the opportunity of cost good Y in terms of good X given up. So each time you get Y, so like if you were buying the computers or the pizza, you have to give up something. So that's the one I thought it was.
Okay, that makes sense.
So,
Quick question.
uh-huh.
I'm trying to pull this up so I can see it on my screen. Where was the homework at?
So go to the teacher instructions for the week.
This week, first one. Okay.
and it's the teacher instruction portion, and it says group quiz questions. Did you find it, David?
There it is. Okay.
Okay, good. You can pull it up now.
That way I can be looking at the same thing here. Okay. All right. I'm ready now, too.
Perfect.
Okay,
Where are we at? 2?
2. So did you answer this one, Nicole, at all?
I did, yeah. For that one, I got the last one, the 8 apples or 16 bananas.
Okay, and I got the same thing. So
Okay.
it was because the question asked if you only bought one of the 2 goods. So, okay, I got the same thing.
Okay, perfect.
David, do you want to do number 3?
3, the major part of the opportunity cost of one's decision to go to college after high school graduation is additional income that one can get if one had a college degrees. Well, that's a potential. That's not the opportunity cost right now.
Oh, yay, we have another person. Are you Charlie?
Yep, I'm Charlie.
Okay, good. I'm Robin,
Hello.
and we're just doing the group quiz together right now, and we just are on number 3.
Okay.
I don't know if you pulled up the group quiz, Charlie.
Yes, I have that.
Okay, great. So we're working on number 3, and David's going through that one right now.
Okay.
So I'm saying everything on this list is basically what you're going to get in case, but what you miss out on by going to college is a full-time job that one could have gotten instead of going to college is the opportunity cost. That's what I'm going with.
That's what I agreed with.
I agree too.
Yeah.
Great. Charlie, do you want to do number 4?
Sure. Do you want me to read the question and
Yeah,
the
if you
answer?
would,
Just-
then we can discuss it.
Okay. Which of the following illustrates a microeconomic question? And I chose, are increasing wage demands by workers contributing to price inflation?
I agree with that. Because with macro, it's the government, it's the full economy, and so it would be inflation.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, same here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, number 5. The statement in the newspaper that consumer prices rose last month by 1%, and if this trend continues, the annual rate of inflation will be 12% for the year, is an example of. And I couldn't quite decide, is that a fact, or is that going to be normative?
I'm going to say it's a fact because they based it off a fact, the 1%.
I agree. I think it's a fact.
So it would
Yeah,
be a
same here.
positive. Yeah, so it would be a positive economic statement then, right?
hmm
Okay, does everybody agree with that? Positive?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think Nicole, wasn't it you? I mean, yeah, Nicole, was it
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, the production possibilities curve is a graph of, and I wasn't for sure, but I put the maximum combinations of products that can be produced. I'm not
Yeah.
for sure if that's right.
I believe it's 2 products, and how many of each product you can do is what the curve is.
Okay.
So
So-
it would be the maximum combination.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Perfect.
Okay, David.
All right. If a nation produces more consumer goods and less capital goods, the nation will have more consumption now, which I believe they're looking for the now if they go consumer goods. So more consumption now So, but less consumption later with no effect on consumption later. So I'm going to go with the first one, but less consumption later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're not investing in the future. They're just doing the now. So.
I agree.
Okay. I'd go with that one too.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Shirley, you're up.
Okay, a nation can produce two products, tanks and autos. The table below is the nation's production possibilities. I chose the answer is attainable, but entails some unemployment or an inefficient use of society's resources.
Yeah, I would agree with that because it is inefficient because you're not doing full production.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're not using all your unemployment. So.
Right.
Okay, is it me again? I can't remember. Yeah. Okay, the law of increasing opportunity cost states that, and I actually did not follow through and finish this, so actually, increase for good. Increase wages. So, okay, I would say that it increases the production of one good requires larger and larger sacrifices of the other good.
I
Yeah,
agree.
that's what I got.
Okay.
Which of the following is not a factor of production? And I put money.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Am I next?
Yep.
All right. Economizing problem is essentially one of deciding how to make the best of limited resources, so to satisfy unlimited wants. So people have unlimited wants with limited resources. So the last one.
Yeah.
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 Okay, Charlie, you're up.
Thanks. Which of the following is the best synonym for marginal in economics? I chose additional.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they have in the definition is additional.
That's always helpful.
Yeah, it's nice when it that out. Unfortunately, the quizzes aren't like that most of the time.
Unfortunately.
The opportunity cost of doing or getting something is best and fully defined as the value of the best alternative that is given up in order to do or get something.
That's what I got.
That's what I got too.
That's like one of the first questions there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The ceteris paribus assumption is employed in economic analysis in order to, and actually this one I did not do this one. I didn't get the answer.
Okay. I'm gonna have Charlie, did you get anything on this?
I thought it was to simplify the complex world, because it was the only one that talked about simplifying and eliminating some of the complexity of something.
Okay, I wrote it down someplace, but that sounds familiar to me.
Well, that means all things equal is what that word means. So I'm kind of going between simplify the complex world or evaluate the economic system.
Yeah, those were the two I couldn't decide. But sorry, go ahead.
I'd probably go with evaluate the economic system because it's not really simplifying the complex world. It's, well, it is, but I'm more towards the evaluate the economic system is what I'd go with. Otherwise, you can't.
Right.
Anyway, you could go either way, but that's my kind of preference.
Okay. Yeah, I was torn between the two, and the reason why I didn't go with that one is because I thought you could use that principle even when you weren't talking about like a free market or a command market or the other types. But I wasn't sure. That's why I was like, ah.
Yeah, because all it states in the book is basically that there's no outside factors. So it takes away all outside factors, so you only have price and quantity.
Well, that leads me to think about simplify. So,
I'm not sure on that one.
all right, 50-50.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Well, at least we have a 50-50 chance on it.
Great.
Okay. Is it my turn again? Yes. Okay, which of the following is a fallacy in the fallacy of Oh, it wasn't. Actually, it's yours, David.
Okay. Let's see. What goes up must come down. I don't think so. Facts are more important than theories. What is true for part is necessarily also true for the whole. If event B occurs after event A must caused by event B. I'm going to go with the last one. If event B occurs after event A, then event A must have been caused. So that's a fallacy is what I guess I'm going with. It could be the one above it, but that's kind of the closest one. Isn't a fallacy you're assuming something on something else?
Right. I think I chose the one above it.
What is true for part is not necessarily, yeah. Also true for the whole. I didn't write that one down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm. Either of them are both fallacies.
Well, let's
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're all fallacies. But I don't even remember in the reading about fallacy of composition. So, but we had a lot of it.
Oh, I wrote something down for that.
Oh, okay.
Fallacy of composition. It's stated in the textbook, a statement that is valid for an individual or part is not necessarily valid for the larger group or whole.
So it would be that third one down then,
Yeah, it said whole there.
Yeah.
because it listed both part and whole. Okay, great. Thanks, Charlie. Okay, you're up, Charlie, on the next one.
Okay. A society can consume a combination of goods outside its production possibilities if there is international specialization and trade, was what I assumed.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they'd have to go outside. Yeah, I agree.
I agree too.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
Okay.
The market demand schedule or curve for product shows the relationship between how much the product buyers are willing and able to buy and the, okay, demand schedule. There's so many different demand schedules. Okay, give me some suggestions. What did you guys come up with?
I chose the last one because in the textbook it talked about how important time period was, because I honestly didn't know what the answer was, so I went with what I remembered the textbook talking about.
Let me throw this out. On those curves, the x-axis is always the quantity, and the other axis is always the price. So we're going to talk price and quantity here. It mentioned quantity, so I'm going to go with the product price.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
I
guys.
like that better.
I think Chris is coming on finally. Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I live out in the middle of nowhere, and my internet decided to work, and then I had to come over to someone else to use their internet. So
Well,
I apologize,
that's okay.
but I'm here.
We've had technical difficulties tonight anyway. So we've been going through the group quiz. And so we've kind of gone through that. We're on. Did you happen to pull that up, Chris? The
I'm
question.
trying to pull it up right now.
Okay.
Tried going over it, and it looks like this whole week is nothing but review of the microeconomics class.
Yep.
Yeah, I tended to skip the reading and went right to the homework because I could answer most of it. So
Too bad
I
it's not
kind
going
of
to be
wish
that
I'd have
way.
done that because that, and then the outline I was used to in microeconomics, where the outline we had to turn it in. So I did the reading and was filling all that stuff out, and it took. I've already done more than 9 hours of work on this stupid class.
yeah.
No.
Okay, so what we're on is group question number 17
Okay.
on the
My
group.
computer's also really old and slow,
Okay.
so that doesn't help.
Okay, so we're talking about, the question was the market demand schedule or curve for a product shows the relationship between how much of a product buyers are willing and able to buy and the answers are product price, buyer's income, cost of producing the product, time period, say from 1 month to the next.
Like I mentioned, it's a demand schedule, and demand is price and quantity. So
So any other questions on that one? Or comments?
I don't know, feel pretty good about that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who was, let's see, that one was
That was me.
Nicole, right? Did you do that? No, that was me. Who did that one?
Okay, am I the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Refer to the above diagram for the milk market. In this market, the equilibrium price is and the equilibrium quantity is. I wasn't for sure, but I thought it was the first one where the equilibrium price is $1.50 per gallon and the equilibrium quantity was 28 million gallons. Not sure if that's
Yes.
right though.
Yes, because you go where they cross.
Okay, perfect.
So right where they cross is the equilibrium. So
Okay.
Okay, David, you're up.
all of the following are assumed to be constant when the supply curve for a product is drawn, except, let's see, price of the product, state of technology, number of producers, and price of inputs used to make the product. So when they go and make, they want things to be kind of frozen at one point. So I assume when constant, when a supply curve. So this is for supply. So they're going to go for a certain price. The technology should stay the same.
I think it's the price of the inputs.
Yeah.
Because and the number of producers change, the supply curve changes. Or am I remembering that wrong?
Well, we're looking, everything's constant except, right?
Right. When the product is drawn. Any ideas, people?
I thought it was price of the product.
Yeah, that's where I was just leaning to right now, because you have to assume your technology is right then, you have a certain amount of producers right then, and the inputs are all the same right then. So it's got to be the price.
True, because the price would move on it. Okay. Okay, Charlie.
Okay. Which of the following is an example of a price ceiling? I chose minimum wage laws for unskilled workers.
Yes.
That's what I got too.
Oh, wait, that would be a price floor.
That'd be a price floor?
minimum wage, you can't go below.
Okay.
That's true.
So a price ceiling is the maximum legal price sellers can charge.
It would be, wouldn't it? Ooh.
So there's a limit on interest rates charged by the credit cards. That is a ceiling.
Yeah.
Subsidies are not a ceiling. Minimum wage isn't, and price supports. So that's another subsidy. So yeah, limits on interest rates is the one I'd go with.
I agree.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Is that it? That wasn't so bad.
The biggest thing, has anybody even tried a mind map yet?
No.
No.
Okay, those are due tomorrow.
Oh.
I know, I was looking at that going, oh no.
I thought we had to decide which software to pick or something like that.
I haven't even gone in and downloaded it yet, to tell you the truth. I've done hand-drawn mind maps before, but I haven't done it.
Oop, that must be me. Sorry.
Is that your computer again, David?
Oh, I picked up my phone because didn't we have to sign up for something? Well, that Wolf something? Isn't that the mind
No,
maps
the
one?
Wolfram Alpha was for the tutorials. Interactive
Oh, that's
tutorials.
right.
That was different.
I thought I signed up for a mind map somewhere.
Somebody said a visitor there.
Yes.
Okay. So what I was thinking is if we could at least go through chapter 1 and kind of figure out which paths so that we can kind of help each other understand how to do it.
Sorry.
How old's your child?
He's 3.
Oh, fun. So on a mind map, we've got to come up with paths and descriptions, but when they said that we were supposed to use all the terms, I'm thinking it's all of those terms and concepts at the end of the chapter.
Yep, I believe I read that too.
So I don't know if any of you guys have looked at those at all. Had a chance yet? Because there's quite the list of them. And so chapter 1 I think is a little bit easier because the central idea would be the term economics. And then it can split into the macro and the micro. But some of the things are for both macro and micro. So I don't know how we want to do that. Anybody have any ideas?
They said you can even draw it on paper and scan it and fax it off if you want to do it that way. So.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
We'll have to learn another piece of technology this week. Just Google Hangouts almost caused me heart failure. How about if we do this? Since it took us a while to get up and rolling, should we decide now who's going to host it for next week and kind of give assignments out to who's in charge of what part of it for next week? Does that sound okay?
We can do that.
Does anybody want to host it next week?
I'd be interested, but I'm not quite sure how you do that.
Okay, I can kind of tell you because David and I were trying to figure this out before we got online.
Okay.
What you have to do is start your Hangouts on air,
Okay.
and then at the top of the screen it has an invite people, and that's where you copy that link and you'll email it out to all of us.
Okay.
If you know where to find the link.
So I found a Google tutorial that was pretty good. So
Okay.
I email that out to everybody. That's what actually finally helped me figure out how to do this.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'll try to host it.
Okay, so Charlie, if you could host it, I'll go ahead and post this. And then maybe what we could do is next week bring examples of our mind maps so that we can work on it as a group next week. Does that sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this
Yeah.
way we kind of figure out what's going to work for each of us.
What's due this week? Do we have a mind map this week?
We have 2 mind maps due this week, one for Chapter 1 and one for Chapter 3, and it's due tomorrow night.
Oh, great. Okay.
Oh, man.
So I'm looking on the instructions here, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities: bubble, free mind, X mind, and C maps. So I guess we just need to download one of those and learn it, or like I said, you could draw it out if you have a scanner, scan it in and hand it in, kind of thing.
Okay, does that work for everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think this week just trying to figure out how to do the difference between micro and macro because the classes are run so different
Mm-hmm.
than last semester was. Like Chris, he did the outline like we had to do last semester. So if that works, let's go ahead and do that next week. And then do we want to go over the group quiz again together? Do you think that was helpful, or do we want to work more on the mind map next week?
We're going to have to be able to share a screen to do the mind map.
Yeah. But there's a toolbar. This this YouTube link I found actually showed us how to share a screen and everything too. So then we could do that next week if you want. So Charlie, it's up to you because you're in charge next week.
Okay.
So, does that sound good for everybody? And then we'll call it good tonight.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any huge questions that they're wondering about in the stuff this week?
Did Chris catch up on his stuff?
Chris, are you still there? I think we lost Chris again.
Shows his name, but I don't see him. So
Yeah, he never brought up a picture, so I'm thinking he's having bad internet connection. So, okay, so let's go ahead and stop the broadcast, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Charlie, just so you know, my email, I had to change it. I was using my work email, and they actually put a block on Google on Air. I mean, Hangouts on Air. So I had to create a new email. So when you send the link, send it to that one if you wouldn't mind, and I'll send that to you. Okay, thanks. Nice to meet everybody. See you next week.
Nice to meet everyone, too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.